we could potentially say that the fact that his name is not associated with the work, only after a later generation came along and was able to associate his name with the work, in here lies, in a certain sense, the very principle of the philosophy itself. Meaning what? What's in a name? A name represents a person's identity, your ability to express yourself and define yourself. And here we're talking about the great undefinable mysteries of Kabbalah, which seemingly have no name. It's accessing a level of even a level of divinity which is beyond name. And it was that very level of divinity that the Alter Rebbe was going to figure out some kind of a scheme to bring it into name and give it a expression. So here, in the very first step of this process, the Alter Rebbe did it in the work of the Tanya, but to associate his own name with it and identify the author it wasn't time yet. In other words, he wasn't ready to bring the unknowable and the undefinable, which is basically himself, and incord it into the work, thus giving a sort of finite identity to these teachings. It had not yet reached such a state. But comes the second generation, where the philosophy of Chabad and the work of the Alter Rebbe had already been forwarded by his son, Dov Ber, the son of the Alter Rebbe. So it already came down a whole new level, which enabled the identity of the Alter Rebbe himself, which was not able to be in the first printing. Finally, the Alter Rebbe himself's identity was able to be enclosed and vested into the Tanya, thus bringing the unknown author into name and basically bringing the unknown into the known. We'll hold here for a little bit of station identification, but to try to wrap our minds around what cannot be known, this is ultimately the name of the game and the lesson for today's Tanya.